Hi everyone, my name is Gregory. I'm your business AI partner, and today I'm going to be talking about how we can help property managers. A big thing that we can do is automate tenant messages to kind of reclaim your evenings. I mean, AI can reduce after-hours tenant interruptions by 60%, and that could free up to 10 plus hours every week for property managers. Property management communication crisis. All right, so here's kind of the things that we're trying to solve here. Property managers get constant interruptions, and it delays the leads to complaints. So property managers get messages in a lot of different places, the different channels, like their phone, email. After hours, sometimes there's emergencies on nights and weekends that interrupt property managers. And then there's hours of time that's lost with just messaging different clients and tenants. And of course, this staff burns out. So like overwhelmed teams, slow responses, and manual management doesn't scale. So automation is key. Okay, so this is how the AI system would work. Basically, whenever a message is sent, there'd be a trigger that would be sent. And then the AI automation would determine if it was an urgent. It would basically read the intent of the message and determine how urgent that message is. And then from that, it'll take action. So it will respond. It'll either respond, route it to another team member or another system, or escalate the issue. And then the outcome, of course, is that the issue is handled. So it's going to be simple and we'll have clear outcomes. So here's an example of a real life case. So let's say, for example, at 9:42 p.m. on a Sunday, there's like that text, my sink is leaking and water is spreading fast. So if the AI gets that, it'll identify that it is an emergency. And then the system will classify it as an emergency. And then it will automatically notify the vendor about the situation. The tenant will receive a text confirmation that things have been put into place in motion. And then it will log it into the property management team log so that no one gets interrupted. So the benefits for the tenants are that, it seems like your company is attentive and professional, responding right away. And then for your team, it's completely hands-free, especially on a Sunday evening. So why is it better between this manual version that people do mostly today and the AI automated version? So in today's realities, people have slow response time. People are doing other things at the same time. You have to manually read and type your messages. You can't really reliably determine kind of the urgency of replying to the messages if you're doing other things. It will disrupt you after hours, so it's at nights and weekends. And this heavily relies on staff being present to understand the communications. But if you had AI or AI automation, the AI can do contextual decision making. Is it urgent? Is it not? Where should it go? It will continuously learn based on messages that it will be getting over time. And then, of course, you can dynamically personalize the messages for each of the tenants. And then you'll have all this in one platform. You don't have to worry about going to text or email or Slack or whatever you use. And of course, the bigger your company is, the more that this can scale. So what is an AI system like this worth? Well, it could be up to $5,000 in annual value. Basically, in terms of hours saved, you can save about 10 to 15 hours per week on tenant communications. You can have 60% fewer interruptions after hours and on weekends. And then, of course, the annual ROI could be upwards of $5,000 from the efficiency and the reduced risk. Some additional benefits you'd have is faster responses and fewer escalations, consistent tenant experiences, and reduced admin needs. So let's do a side-by-side comparison of having this AI automation system. Okay, so before AI, you'd probably be getting like 40 tenant messages per day. And it'll take you 2 to 3 minutes to read each message, to decide what to do with each message, and to respond to each message. So that translates to about 80 to 120 minutes per day on tenant communications, which translates to about 25 to 30 hours per month of admin work. You can be interrupted several times after hours on nights and weekends. And let's assume that the cost of admin is about $25 per hour. So that total cost would come out to about $600 to $750 per month. Now, let's pretend you had AI automation. The AI will handle how to classify the messages, the responses, and the routing. You can also customize it so that the humans are involved for very specialized exceptions. And then, it only costs you about 5 to 10 minutes per day to just kind of oversee what's happening with the AI responses, which is about 2 to 4 hours per month of manual time. And then that cost would be about $50 to $150 per month in automation tools and minimal staff involvement. So the net ROI for something like this, in terms of labor saved, you save anywhere from $500 to $700 per month, which is like a yearly savings of $6,000 to $8,400 a year. And then, of course, if you invest in this, you'll be able to make your money back in just 30 days. Just keep in mind, this system does not replace people. It removes all the low value work. So the bigger your portfolio, the worse it probably comes without AI. So if we did this, it'd probably take us about 1 to 2 weeks to build this automation. Probably cost you $50 to $150 a month in terms of like the tool usage. And then of course your ROI is one preventative emergency. And of course, in terms of ROI, even just one preventative emergency would save you this cost. So we'd be making these in things like N8N or Make.com or Zapier, integrate with your property management software, Twilio, an email provider, and some sort of AI. Okay, so the way the AI would work is, of course, a message would come into the channel that we choose. And then the AI would classify it in terms of if it's an urgent thing, an issue, or something about the property. And then it will personalize in action. So whether that's replying back right away or sending it to your team. And then it will decide what's the best time and channel to send that communication. And then from that whole process, it will continue to learn for the next time. So again, the result would be 80% less manual work, faster responses, and would save you 10 plus hours per week. All right, so is this for you? Well, if you want less interruptions and reclaim your time, then this is for you. If you want faster communications in terms of responses to your tenants, this is for you. And if you want like a calmer workflow where AI would handle all the chaos, then this is for you. So if you're ready for better tenant communication, feel free to schedule a demo. The link will be in the description. We can show you how we can handle tenant support easily, and so that you can focus more on your portfolio growth. In a future video, we'll talk about how we can use AI to manage maintenance calls after hours in terms of triage of the different resources. But again, my name is Gregory, your business AI partner, and feel free to subscribe.